Oh my god, that might be the worst Shin Godzilla I've ever seen. How you holding up there, little buddy? Hey, you know what? Definitely been better. Oh, hey, you just remind me. Gotta go watch that Alien Romulus trailer after this. Well, you know, you said I'm the worst Shin. At least I don't look like an official bootleg. Just as an editor's note, we actually couldn't find the original Shin. He's somewhere in the house, but this one will just have to suffice for the video. Even though it's not as bad, still pretty bad though. Yeah, well, in my defense, how much did you cost? You know, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, but I'm sure they will.
Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today in this review, we have the Shin Universe Transforming Figure.
Okay, so why?
S.J.H.U. Project.
Why did you get this?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I also tried to cancel it from Ami, and then they told me no, so I had to sell it to somebody on Discord.
So you tried.
So we gotta get this video done so I can ship it to them. Mainly because I've had hospital bills lately, and I just realized that I don't really need this thing. Although, funny thing is, I have like everything in the collection of at least something from this whole set. Mainly Godzilla, Evangelion.
So you can just build it yourself.
And a bit of Ultraman. I only have a couple of Kamen Rider.
If I see Shin on the floor, what's in the box then?
So this is the shipping box that it came in. When you open it up, it's the actual box.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And I will say, the package, I'm going to be honest, the package is so sweet, I would just leave it in the box.
So for once you agree with Arnes. Oh, God. Not the... Whoo, doggy.
Because you see the back of this package, this illustration.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. No reason to open it. Even from the side. That
Not
looks
bad.
really good. Cool. Got some Lego Mumbo Jumbos. Also cool because it's basic. And then you have this.
Look at Shin's face, people.
And I'll be honest, I know even when I got in to buy this and I looked at this thing, I was like, I don't think this is nearly worth the money that you're investing in it, but it's so unique and stupid that I feel like I'm obligated to get it for the channel.
Okay, so honestly, it is very unique. That's the only thing that's cool about it.
Because it took everything from the new Shin stuff and just made a Transformer out of it. Oh, and then poor Shin. So, anyways, again, if you guys like to pick this up for yourself, I don't think any of the links in the descriptions will actually help you.
No, that's very unique.
But I don't recommend picking this thing up. 100%. I can already tell you, don't buy the stateside. Stateside, they want like $300 for this thing. I got this imported for way less than that. What? Still not as good price. Because I think I paid like $150. No, it was $188 to ship it over. And it's kind of a big box, so that's one of the reasons why shipping was a little higher.
Yeah, a bigger box, more it
So I want to
costs.
say it was like $40-ish to ship. But anyways, let's get this thing opened up out of its cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got these Shin Universe figures opened up out of their cardboard prison, first and foremost, this is everything that you get with it. So you get Evangelion Unit 1, you get Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, and Shin Kamen Rider.
So you have 3.2 figures.
You get 4 figures for $180.
3.2. This is not not even a half.
Sir, it's still an action figure. He sits on it. The wheels do spin. So he goes, and he's not really in scale because he's huge for the character in comparison. Like if he's that big next to them.
Yeah.
How big is everybody else in the TV show? Granted, again, these aren't really meant for scale because technically, like Shin should be towering over everybody.
Yeah,
else.
Shin should be about this high compared to these guys.
Yeah, but anyways, for some of the accessory pieces that you get, I need that.
Bastard.
You get the Spectrum Ray, which you do need the stand for, which it does come with.
Oh, a neat little stand.
A stand, but it's kind of weird. You gotta get it.
He got it. I'll believe in him,
In the
guys.
groove there. And then that hooks to here.
Oh, it looks neat.
Yep. Now you can do his Spectium.
So does the guy Shin get a beam? Evangelion gets something?
Yep. Gets the
Shield?
the field. I didn't break it. It's not like the Mirko figure. We're good. You do get extra stand for that one, though.
Jesus.
But you do get the little ET field, which...
That's Captain America shield. Stars and stripes.
I was almost thinking that could fit on the back, but I think that is what this thing inside this plastic is. I've been trying not to open these because I don't want to lose them, because I do have to ship these back out eventually. Oh, okay. So this is...
I'm trying to see what he got in there.
It's a little plastic thing.
Oh. He does have his own stand.
So he has a kickstand. Yeah.
Yeah. We thought he came with no stand.
I didn't think he had a kickstand. Anyways, there's this little circle you'll see here on the stand. That just pegs into there. And now you have the ET field for your Ava. Hooray! Then, I'm not going to get into it, get them out of these, but they do come with extra hands. So the Ava has open hands. Ultraman also has he has the karate chop hands. But that's not really what you're here for, and none of this, while cool, is the reason why you bought these figures. At least I hope. Because I know when I initially got this thing was going to be transformed all day, every day. So, we're going to go over the figures real quick individually, and then we'll transform and see how this thing looks fully assembled. So, for the Shin Kamen Rider, detailing on it's actually not too bad. Like, the bike looks solid. You got the red stripe there. It has some blue for the glass.
It's got actual details that make it look like a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, they added like the silver to the antenna. You got the... it's like an off orange for the goggles for the eyepiece. Looking at it, the chest does have the green. Same with the mouthpiece on the front. Exhaust got a little bit of metallic blue. Overall, quite a bit going on with it. Like, if this was sitting on my shelf and at the scale, I think, honestly, this looks acceptable.
You think so?
By itself. Now, grabbing Ultraman here. I will say my favorite thing about him in the Evangelion is just look at how juicy those thighs are.
Ah, damn.
He's been doing squats.
Thick thighs, people, save lives.
Yeah, that's why he saves so many people. It's because look at all the cake in those pants.
Jeez.
His arms are a little skinny. But the silvering and the red does look really good, all things considered. Same with the face. Not a bad sculpt. And to be honest, they're not like the worst posable things ever. Because you do get the head's on a ball joint, so you can kind of work it around. Arms can go up and down. They do rotate. You got a rotation at the bicep. Like, it's not the prettiest thing, because even looking at the elbow, it's just a peg. But it's got the posability there. Like, the legs can even go forward, back. It's got a double jointed knee. The feet are on ball joints, so you can play with those. So honestly, it's got quite a bit of play, all things considered, for something that's meant to be a transforming bot thing. And then we have the Ava, which why is it doing muscle arm pose?
Just the way I set them up.
And you connect the legs back together. We're not at that point yet. But again, super thick legs. I like that they don't have the point here is predominantly out.
It works.
But they gave him bigger legs.
Not quite as the other guy, huh?
Yeah. I also just noticed too, he has like it almost looks like grips on the inside of his leg. You do got the pegs. We'll need those for the transformation. But gold looks good. Like I said, a lot of this, like paint-wise and coloring, I think they're actually pretty solid.
Can we get to the best figure yet?
For what it is. And he has the same articulation as the Ultraman, but you can move the little flaps here. And then this part on the shoe also moves as well. I'm getting the Shin.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's favorite.
My God, look at this thing.
And probably the most egregious of the bunch. But then again, he has to go through the most transformations because this is our body. But head
There is no way you could justify that thing,
does
Steve.
open. So you get a nice roar to go with your Shin Godzilla. You also, the head can move up and down a little bit. What's odd is the arm and the shoulder is not connected.
Oh
Again,
my God, I just noticed
kind of a part of the
that.
transformation, but there is a bit of a gap there. But they do go forward and back. That's about it. Coloring on the dorsal spines is good. Like I said, the coloring on these things I think is all right.
Yeah.
Like the sculpt's questionable. I guess tail's kind of tiny. It does got the metallic red there. The toenails are painted. I kind of wish the nails on the hands were painted. I think one nitpick on the shin.
For $188, you're asking a lot, Steve, okay?
But I want some coloring right there.
It's $188. It's cheap.
The legs are on ratchets, so they go forward and back. He's the worst posable out of the bunch because it's like you get a little play with the feet here, nothing at the tail. But again, we're kind of here for the transformation, which I'd say the shin is probably my favorite for that because if I remember right, the tail pop out.
Simple.
Simple enough. The feet no longer need those. At least for now. We'll come back to the feet.
You can just throw them in trash. It's fine.
Because our heroes are going to attach to this part. So this is like the top part of the leg. And then these parts on the shoulders pop out because these become the arms. The dorsal spine comes completely off. And then this is the part I got to remember. But I think it goes like this. So now we have Shin on the front for our stomach region. And the arms are just kind of there. You fold them up. One fun thing, though, is if you actually want to leave them assembled, just have them walking around like Quasimodo.
Oh my God! That looks great!
I think it works. It works for me anyways. Anyways, that's our body. Next we'll do Kamen Rider head. So you want to have him look like he's Evil Knievel, flipping off the bike. The back section here, these fold out. And then the front of the bike flips down to expose our face here. Then this part folds down. Folds down. Okay, I think I got that. And then you put him back down. There's our head.
That was
Simple stuff.
basic.
Evangelion. Yeah, pop it apart. For the legs, you'll have to move these little pegs out.
Aligned holes.
Line the holes. Connect. And then the front, the weird thing here is the little knee pads. You actually have to rotate these. And then these you same because if you try to move this at the ball joint here, the feet will pop off. They pop off pretty easy. But you'll see this little black peg here. This pops forward. And then you just move the feet with it until you hear it, feel it snap into place. And then you just move the feet up. Good to go. There, and then you want to attach the corresponding. Oh yeah, sorry, I had that upside down. So attach the foot to it, which I'm forgetting which side's which. So Ava, it would be this side. Put the Shin Godzilla feet back on here. Now we got our lower leg. For the Ava, you want to take the shoulder pads. You just pop these things off. So you want to remove these. Pretty simple to do. I say that as I struggle.
As he's struggling, I was about to say that.
I'm just going to pop the arm off. You could also just cheat and just keep the arm off and save yourself a step. Because the way it's designed is the back section here lifts up. And
Oh,
then
that's
that
kinda cool.
exposes the actual arm. So if you want to save yourself a step. Oh, now I got stuck. There we go. Get your hand out. And then the arms fold into the body.
This is very complicated.
Oh, no, I've done worse Transformers.
Oh my god, yeah. Remember some of our older videos where it's like hour and a half, Steve trying to transform something?
Right. So then you fold the arms in like that. That closes down. Again, you can save yourself a step by just removing the arms. But if you want to do it properly, that's that. So now we got the arm. You do the exact same thing for the Ultraman.
I think it's designed so you don't lose the parts, so that's why they store them.
Yeah, I know why you do it. I'm just saying. Because you already have to take off the shoulder pads no matter what. So why not just take the arm off, period? But again, these all snap together. Grab here. I will say, at least for mine, the Ultraman is the one that likes to pop apart kind of easy. It's almost like none of the pegs want to ever stay in. I was kind of thinking maybe it's just me not lining it up right, but I feel like it's just the Ultraman.
Don't be blaming him. He's trying his best.
There we go. Snaps into place. Take our extra Shin Godzilla.
I did it, Steve!
Arnes is trying to save some time.
No, I was just messing around with it.
You have to have the arm folded out. So you gotta make sure that this portion is always facing outwards while you're moving it in.
I was just messing around with it.
Also, this thing gets in the way. So you gotta fold that down. Again, it's easier just to pop the arms off, but for the sake of tutorialness,
You know, follow the instructions properly.
close as we can. Then I wish the grip for the hand was a little easier to grab at, because you almost need a tool in order to pop this little hand out, and it's kind of frustrating. Now we assemble. So Ultraman, got the peg here.
Shin's pegging Ultraman.
Slots into there. We take our Ava. Goes on the other side.
Actually, this is pretty interesting, to be honest with you.
So, the leg. Got 2 peg holes here. It's not lined up anymore. Now it's lined up.
You have failed the city, Steve.
Nice thing is once you get it in there, it's less prone to popping apart because that gives you some structure. You take this one. You also want to make sure that the feet portion are backwards, so you don't see the extra little like kibble hanging off. That goes into the leg. Yeah. Fun thing, there's a little ball joint that hides right up in here. Okay. I usually just take the blade, pop the ball joint up, the head.
So the Kamen Rider is the head?
The head, yes.
Oh, neat.
He is the helmet. Tail here. This actually splits apart. And this is kind of your wing. Is it upright or down? Upright. It's been a minute since I put this thing together.
Oh, he's practiced. In other words, he's cheating, people.
There we go. Well, we did an unboxing video. So I was messing around with that and that. It hasn't really been messed with much since. High note, it can't stand by itself. Which I was very skeptical because those feet are super tiny. And then the sword here.
Oh, that's a Shintail sword.
Yeah, that becomes a sword. And then here there's a little handle that pops out. Again, not the easiest thing. But if you got a little bit of nail, you can do it. Then that just slots into the hand there. the field. This part does pop off, like so, because this makes a little sort of a window that you put over the Shin's head here. Make sure I got that in the right position. And then you'll feel it kind of lock into place.
It actually looks kind of neat.
There we go. So that hooks into there. And then this is the shield for the Evangelion arm. Hey, now you're done. Rawr.
Okay, it is a really, honestly, it's a cool concept, but oh my god, it's executed kind of bad.
So my thoughts is, I think it's a neat idea. Like, it's a neat, like, honestly, when I first saw him, like, this thing's so goofy looking, like, it makes it really cool. It's surprisingly, because of the way it's designed, it's got a lot of posability.
You can do an uwu kick.
When you're messing around with it, like, it's got the bend at the elbow. You get a lot of play at the shoulder. You can't rotate it at the elbow, and I would be very skeptical of doing it because it is really thin too, so don't try to apply pressure in that direction. It will probably snap. The head's a ball joint, so it pops off easy, like a ball joint does sometimes. But you can look it around. Sort of move it to positions, but it pops off easy. Same with the wings. If you mess around with it too much, they also pop off easy. But it is kind of neat.
It is actually very cool. It's a cool design. I like the concept, the effort or thought they put into it. It was just executed badly.
Yeah, so for the sake of this video, we're not going to really do comparisons or anything. Because it's like, alright, here's if you guys want one. Here it is next to the Playmates Screaming Scar King that we still have to do the video of.
Oh, it's pretty tall.
Yeah, it's a decent size. Like, he's like about Monster Art size. So
yeah.
It gives you a scale for that. But I think at $188,
excuse me,
this thing's definitely a bit of a fail in that regard. Just because there's just, well, it doesn't, honestly, it kind of looks cheap, but it doesn't really feel cheap.
It looks cheap, yeah. That's why I mean, like, they executed it badly, but it's a cool concept. I like it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of, I think, the nature of the beast. Like, it's almost meant to look like that. Because it looks like a bunch of candy toys that transform together.
Yeah.
Problem is, I didn't spend candy toy prices
No.
to get this effect.
Now, $100, you have, like, 3.5 Playmates figure, $100. Yeah, okay, I'll pay $100.
Honestly, I think if it was like $100-ish,
yeah,
like stateside, I would have been way more okay with it. Because you essentially get if it was like three $20 figures, like three, I spent like $20 per section, and then the Kamen with the extra parts, I spent another extra $20. That doesn't even add up, so it would be 25. Sorry, that's how math works, because 4 parts splitting from 100, so like 25 each plus the accessories for each one. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
But I essentially almost spent double that for each section,
No.
and that's a higher figure price. And then if you bought stateside, you spent even more than that.
I'm looking at the back of the box. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Back of the box looks cooler. Like, if it looked more, I'd be way more on board if it was like literally like figure Earth Ultraman, figure Robot Damashi,
Yeah.
Monster Arts, Shin Godzilla, and like scaled down Kamen Rider, and then they combine together at like $300. Oh, hell yeah. But what I got here, like I mentioned, it's just a bunch of candy toys.
Ooh.
Higher quality candy toys that shouldn't be anywhere near that price. So would I recommend picking it up? Probably not. If you're going to get it, if you import it, I don't feel as bad about it. Like, it's almost cool enough that I want to keep it around. It's one of those stupid things that, like, this is going to be the thing that gets expensive eventually.
Because nobody's going to buy it, so.
Yeah, because you have to be kind of a diehard fan of the whole Shin thing. Because for me, it's like, I love Shin Godzilla and I love Evangelion. I like Ultraman, Kamen Rider, kind of whatever for me. So, again, I feel like I'm almost like the target demographic. And I'm still kind of like
Iffy about it.
yeah. Like, I'm not upset that it's going away. But, still neat, though.
It's just surprising how it can stand, though. Like, it blows my mind.
Like I said, the engineering I think is there. Like when you're messing around with it, you kind of feel where the cost comes from.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's still hard to condone. Like for what it is, I think they did a solid job, but it should have been cheaper.
Way cheaper. Like I said, $100, you can justify it.
Yeah, $100. Like if it was like the 188 and I was buying it from like Big Bad or Entertainment Earth or somebody like that at that price.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's like at that price because I'm like, you're paying for the extra import cost. I get that. And then if I imported it, I'm like at $100. Cool. Now that 188 is like the starting point to get shipped over here.
Shit.
That's a little harder pill to swallow. But anyways, what do you guys think? If you guys pick this up, let us know in the comment section below. If you guys like to pick up some Godzilla collectibles for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth, host for our channel. Get yourself some sweet collectibles. We also got Instagram, Patreon, pictures, Facebook. Guys like people that do what you know, donate. Greatly would appreciate it. And again, if you like to, sometimes I sell stuff on the Discord with review stuff that comes in that maybe I'm not super into. If you guys would like to hop into that. Because, like, he got it for what I paid for it. And actually, he got it for a little cheaper because I didn't charge him. I'm not charging him to ship it. So, I'm actually losing a little money on this.
It's okay. I think you're fine, Steve.
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't hurt my feelings much. It paid for that. Paid for my hospital. So,
Yeah.
anyways, see you guys next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.